we are. I'm with Julia, and I've been doing a lot of work with Julia because Julia is amazing, and I've been working on EFT. I first got introduced to EFT, 20 years ago, and God, I wish I had have really paid attention then, because it came back most recently with meeting you, and I think I had known about it around the time. Every now and then it just comes in. It's like, oh yeah, come on. And then every now and then it gets like grabs you and shakes you and like, just wake up. Hello, this is a technique. Mm-hmm. So the purpose of this recording really is to introduce you to this as a tool. And Julia is going to tell you about what it is and how it works. And when we might even give you a little bit of an example. So for cravings, for example. So Julia, tell me in your words, as the expert, what is EFT?
Okay. Right. Well, what is EFT? EFT is possibly one of the neatest, most effective self-help tools that exist out there at the moment. It links breath work, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, with the ability to think your thoughts, feel your feelings, connect the mind with the body, and to really tune in with what's going on, and then to actually process what is going on, what our baggage is, out of the body.
Really fast, doesn't it? It works really quickly.
It can work really, really quickly. In fact, there's been some research done. In fact, there's been loads of research. Only over 150 studies worldwide have been conducted into this. We know it works. We're still finding out how it works. But yeah, you can, in theory, take your cortisol levels down by almost 50% in under an hour, and that was studied. At Harvard University Medical School, and I know that I can go from absolutely white hot rage. Don't ask me. Well, all right, my husband had a massive argument. To calm in under 10 minutes. And I was tapping away like crazy. Absolutely. Calm me right
While
down.
you're having an argument or afterwards?
I had this argument. I had this massive argument with my husband. I mean, we've been together 25 years, so it happens. And I just could not believe what he said. Anyway, I took myself off to the far end of the house and I tapped on myself. And this is what I did. And I just want to show you. So it's like, even though I'm mad as hell, I want to kill him, I deeply and completely accept myself, love and forgive myself. And this is the tapping technique, if you like. And then you do that 3 times. And then it's like, even though I want to kill him, I deeply and completely accept myself, love and forgive myself. And then we tap through the points. And these are all meridian points. Yeah. Each one represents an internal organ, actually. We're on the stomach point now. I'm on the stomach point now. And it processes what's coming up. And within 10 minutes, I was calm enough to be able to walk back into the bedroom and have a conversation with him. Now, I'm a seasoned tapper, so it takes a while to sort of train your body to process what's going on. But when linked to a thought or a feeling or a memory, it's very, very powerful. So we're on the speeding point now there.
So tell us about some of the conditions, emotions, feelings that you could tap about.
Okay, well, one of the first emotions that one of the founding fathers of EFT tapped on was fear. And the lady, we'll call Mary, had a profound fear of water. I mean, to the point where she couldn't go out in the rain. She'd cross the road if there was a puddle on the pavement. And while she was describing her fear of water, she happened to mention that there was something going on in the pit of her stomach. And the psychologist who was treating her, Dr. Roger Callahan, had an interest in acupuncture, and he knew that the stomach meridian point is here. And he said, well, actually, you know, a stroke of inspiration struck him, and he had her tap lightly on this point while she was tuning into this fear in the pit of her stomach. And what happened next was gone down in EFT history, really, because she jumped up. He was treating her at her home. She leapt out of the sitting room and went and jumped into the swimming pool. And you can just imagine what went through his head, can't you? And then she got out and she said, "Oh, thank you very much. I don't have the fear anymore. It's all gone." Yeah. And that was when he started to develop his the theory that became EFT. It's very powerful.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So from my experience, like I've tapped about breathlessness, cravings, alcohol use, substance use, fear, worry, resentment, you know, and all of these emotions play out, especially when you're cleansing, when you're nourishing in a different way, when you're doing a program like this 8-week program, stuff comes up, because when you're taking away alcohol, when you're taking away coffee, when you're taking away all the food that numbs you, there's almost nowhere left to hide from your emotions. So if you are able to name the emotion, and then even though I feel really angry and resentful, I completely love and accept myself, you know, and I love it, accept and forgive myself, completely forgive myself, then it's in the naming of the emotion. Like, so there's nowhere to hide. So go deeper with that emotion, because we store all of those emotions in the body, and those manifest as disease, you know, that it creates toxicity, and it builds up, and then it creates disease, and it creates rigidity in the joints and the cells and all that sort of thing. So if we can tap it away and shift it, and I've experienced, look, in some sessions I've experienced going from fear and worry and tension and headache in my neck to watching it go through my spine and my legs and my stomach, and then feeling lighter and brighter and more joyful all in one session. You know, so it can happen really, really quickly. So I think the main purpose of this session really is for you to firstly know that EFT exists, that it is a very remarkable tool. And if it resonates with you, I really invite you to get in touch with Julia. I'm going to put her contact details in the program, and even Google some of the amazing research. There was great research out of Monash. I'm going to put that link in about, you know, food cravings, eating disorders, emotional eating, alcohol use. There's so much fantastic research. So thanks so much, Julia, for joining us. And I'm excited about continuing to work with you, because, you know, in this program we work on the physical, but we also work on the spiritual and the mind, and that how the physical can manifest in the mind, and that spiritual connection. So it's a fascinating area. So really I encourage you to, if it resonates, reach out to Julia, have a session. It is amazing what you can achieve in such a short amount of time. Julia is very intuitive with working out what is going on, you know, that the many root causes, or what's really going on in what's coming up. Yeah. So thank you so much. I know it's just a tiny little taster of what you could achieve, but yeah, reach out. It's really another world, and it's another tool that can be helpful.